Welcome back to another Cavs game reaction. Cavs jacket is on because in game 22, Cleveland collected a road win over the Miami Heat. Final score 111-99. So a couple very solid wins over some good Florida teams. Definitely helping me feel a lot better about the Cavs as of late, especially with how this game started with you have Darius Garland getting into foul trouble, Cavs falling behind, just looking like it wasn't going to be their night a couple nights ago. But instead, they managed to put everything together starting around the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. That would be the start of the Cavalanche. That would get them to a 1-point lead at halftime, and then the start of the third quarter was definitely just a clinic for establishing yourself with neutral momentum, kind of creating a new game, and then establishing that that game is yours to begin the third quarter. And it's a little bit even more impressive when you realize that Evan Mobley was out for this one. Dean Wade getting into the starting lineup again, which is not, that does not help my eyes at all, but if Dean Wade has to start, I guess he has to. It was a bit of an underwhelming night offensively for the front court, but obviously did not prevent a W for Cleveland in that one. Donovan Mitchell had a double-double with a game-high 27 points and also a game-high 13 rebounds. Kevin Love was actually the closest in the game with 12. Kevin Love having a pretty decent game off of the bench against his former team, although honestly I would not mind seeing if he was back in a Cavalier uniform for a trade deadline deal or something like that, but I haven't looked at his contract or anything to see if that would actually make sense for the Cavs or their roster makeup, but just to feel nice, wouldn't mind seeing Kevin Love in a Cavs jersey before his career is all said and done once again. But with Darius Garland in foul trouble, we were actually able to see a bit more of Craig Porter Jr., who actually did get some minutes, so a good surprise there. He had 23 minutes overall, had 8 points on 3 for 7 shooting. Sam Merrill got 10 minutes in this game against Miami as well, showing off his outside shooting prowess, going 3 for 5 from three-point land. And despite Darius Garland, I've mentioned a couple times, getting into foul trouble early on in the game, he came back in the second half and managed to end up with a stat line of 18 points, tied most assists with 6 for the Cavs, and he also had 4 steals in this one as well. Niang, very solid outside shooting off of the bench. But honestly, this game wasn't really about what the performance looked like on the stat sheet for the Cavs, where yes, there are plenty of games where the numbers are the most impressive thing about a win, and how they pop out at you, or some guy had some ridiculous numbers that, like if somebody has 15 rebounds, that's going to stick out or something like that. But honestly, what made this win nice for the Cavs was just how this game felt from that early despondence, early on in the game, to seeing the team kind of rally around themselves and turn it around in such a fairly quick fashion. Early on in the game, I'm thinking about how a blowout loss, or even just like kind of like a bad 10 to 15 point loss, would really kind of kill the momentum that they had gained from that win over the Magic a few days ago now, where they had that rough loss against Portland and an iffy win against Detroit, but then that game against Orlando really did kind of establish themselves as playing like a real serious team again, and kind of have that momentum halted against Miami definitely would have been a bit of a roadblock to overcome. But then that second quarter response really turned everything around, and that's a good way to get guys to buy in when you show that resilience. You've seen that the team around you can take a hit and still come back swinging, and knowing that the team is capable of something like that definitely goes a long way to building confidence, not just in game-to-game situations where, yes, every game you never give up, but just in the long-term sense. Because, look, the Cavs are going to get into some early deficits, and they're not always going to be able to come back from them. Either the comeback effort will fall short sometimes, or maybe sometimes there's not really even a comeback effort and it's just a bad loss. That is going to happen over the course of an 82-game season, but it's about not letting those results or letting that bad feeling fester for far too long before it starts to become a bit of a free fall over the course of that 82-game season. And it's going to continue for the Cavs tomorrow against the Magic in Orlando. So we'll see if the Magic has revenge on their minds tomorrow night. But that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you didn't make it this far into it, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and you'd like to see more like it. I do cover teams from Ohio that I like. Maybe you'll like those videos as well. But once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you at the next one.